Oh, g'day everyone. It's Friday the 23rd of October here in good old Melbourne, the world's most livable city. Sorry. Sorry, I nearly threw up. I shouldn't say that again. We had a public holiday today for all those that actually have a job. Most people wouldn't even notice. Grand Final Eve. Grand Final Eve holiday that this clown here, Dan Andrews, gave us a couple, 2, 3 years ago. So we're all celebrating Grand Final Eve, even though for the first time in 124 years, it will not be played at the magnificent Melbourne Cricket Ground, the greatest stadium in the world. It'll be played up north in Brisbane, which is not even an AFL state. It's a rugby state. It's going to be played in some shitty stadium there. And I don't know what the capacity is there, 30,000. I don't know how many will be allowed there with their restrictions, because I couldn't give two fucks about watching the grand final tomorrow night. Anyway, big day today, absolutely big day. A protest was staged, put it that way. I didn't see much about it on Facebook. There was a few little items about it. Anyway, I'm told 5,000 plus people turn up. A magnificent turn up. We were told last night by Porky Pig Cornelius, Deputy Chief Commissioner, Police, whatever he is, that protests were legal. All of a sudden, protests are legal after all this time where they use their thuggery at the highest extreme against 100 or 200 people that went on peaceful protests since, I think it was Mother's Day, May the 5th, was it? But he's actually come out and said it's legal, as it should be and always has been. So anyone that got arrested in those arrests in those protests where the thugs came in, taken to court, because it's going to get nowhere. So from what I'm seeing, the lamestream media are saying there were 200 to 300 people there. I guarantee there was 5,000 plus. And all the mainstream media are saying, as per usual, is that the protesters were violent, attacking police, whacking horses. And yeah, there's some guy that had a flag and he hit one of the horses, one of the, I don't know, 10 or 12 horses, spread across the street, blocking people from crossing one of the bridges here in Melbourne towards the CBD, as the horses sort of moved towards the peaceful protesters. But that's what the media portrayed us. That's what they do. That's their job, to make out the peaceful protesters are the thugs, and the police are just standing there, innocent police. They wouldn't hurt anyone. They wouldn't jump on anyone. But we've seen so many bits of footage how they've jumped on people and arrested them and done whatever. Even though protests are allowed now, they were still, jumping on people and arresting them. But what I do want to say, just looking at the image you see here, if you're on Facebook, there's the site Reignite Democracy Australia. Look, I'm not real big on Facebook, but I do get on it to check out a few things. I've got to say, if you are on Facebook, please, friend this whatever channel, page, whatever they call it. The woman that's running this, Monica, absolute. I mean, I could say she's got balls, but she's a woman, a beautiful looking woman. Absolutely doing an absolutely amazing job. Honestly, if there was more people like her, we wouldn't be in this mess. I don't know how, she's got some friends, whatever, to dress up a bus like this. It's on this side, other side, and the back. It's all about Dan Andrews, and I'll get to that in a second, though. But she's going out every day. Absolutely, like I said, got balls big as Texas. She was out there today, of course. I think it was with her mum and dad. Lovely parents. Must be so rapt to have a beautiful daughter like her. Fighting for Victoria. She is fighting for Victoria. I don't know how old she is. She'd probably be in her 20s, don't know. But this young girl, by God, please, if you're on Facebook, check her out. Magnificent job. But there's one thing I just want to say. I don't want to be negative. But people are going to realise this guy, Dan Andrews, is just a puppet. Just a puppet playing his script, just like the premiers of other states, just like Scummo, the Prime Minister, and just like all the other clowns around the world. This guy is a nobody. He is a puppet. And in the scheme of things, if you look at a spider's web, he is just, way on the outside, or probably somewhere in the middle. So this attack on Dan Andrews, I mean, we all despise what he's doing, but he's only reading from a script. The attack on him, sack Andrews, but that's not going to make any difference. No difference whatsoever. They'll just replace him with the script. The script, I'm telling you, the script does go that way. He'll disappear in the wild blue yonder, like all these others, like the Jenny McCarcos a few weeks ago. A horrid, disgusting, vile piece of garbage who people are feeling sorry for. People are feeling sorry for her. She should be in prison for life. But no, she's just gone. No one cares about her anymore. Just like Brett Sutton will be. Just like everyone else that's, been on Dan Andrews' team, whatever you want to call it. Just like all the premiers, just like ScoMo. Just like all the other idiots around the world. They'll do their job. And whether they're successful in vaccinating the whole world and they win, or whether they lose, nothing will be done about it. They'll just go out. No one will even know. So the thing is, what I'm saying is, it's not about Dan Andrews. We've got to get to the core of the spider web. And until we get to the core of the spider web, we're fucked. This would just go on and on and on and on. We need, as they call it in America, the deep state. We need to get in there and eliminate the deep state, the core of the spider web. So I know it's great having this, let us out, Dan Andrews. This guy, like I said, is a fucking nobody. A fucking nobody reading off a script. He will do his job. They will be so proud of what he's done. He'll just disappear. But I'm telling you now, even when he comes out, I guarantee you this weekend, Sunday, Saturday, Monday, whatever, and he virtually takes down all the restrictions, virtually half of Victoria will forgive him. They'll love him. They'll say, oh, by God, he's saved so many lives. We're back to normal. But fucking hell. Give it a few months, early next year, March, whatever, when the flu season comes back and COVID-21 comes in, That's when the vaccine rolls out. But anyway, don't want to keep going on. Like I said, fantastic work by Monica and her team, Reignite Democracy Australia. But let's not concentrate on this guy. Let's get to the core of who controls this guy. Because it's like if you're doing your gardening and you see a weed. And what's the first thing we do? We grab what we see that's exposed above the ground. We grab it and we yank it. 9 times out of 10, all that comes off is the leaves that we've grabbed onto. 3/4 of the plant is still deep in the soil. And we never get to that. We never get to that. We think the weed's gone, which is what will happen to this guy. We think the weed's gone because we've yanked it, and all we've got is what's visible. Because this is the guy that's only visible. The real piece of shit, garbage, whatever you want to call it, are the invisible. And until we get to the invisible, we will never, ever get back. Well, when I say get back, we will never have a life where we are free. We are free. We are not slaves anymore. My God, how good will that be? Anyway, I've rambled on for 12 minutes. I just thought I'd put it out there. But once again, Monica, we love you. Please support her. Reignite Democracy Australia.